Very quick look at the assembly seats, because there's an assembly election also going on there. 119, TRS getting 40% of the vote, Congress 26, up a bit, and the TDP, BJP 20. Actually, it's mainly the BJP here, because they're also seen as part of the forces behind creating Telangana. And if you look at the seats in the assembly, this is what the exit poll suggests. 666 to 80, remember 60 seats is halfway mark, so it looks like KCR will be the next chief minister. Congress 18 to 30, and the TDP plus BJP about 8 to 16 seats. Others 8 to 16 as well. Now let's go straight across to Uma Sudhir, who's in Hyderabad. Uma, you've been following this election with meticulousness. Just tell us about these local elections, the Zilla Parishad, the Mandal elections, urban, rural. I mean, these are huge elections across the state with 80% turnout. More people are more. Actually, as you get more and further away from a state, the turnout drops. Lok Sabha elections have the lowest turnout, state assembly higher, and these very local elections even higher. So what exactly is happening at these assembly elections? Much better than an exit poll.
Yeah, just before getting into the local elections, Telangana really was meant to be the master stroke that was meant to take care of 2 terms of anti-incumbency for the Congress, and also at one stroke take care of both the YSR Congress, Jagan Mohan Reddy's popularity, and the Telugu Desam, both of which were seen as essentially Seemandhra parties, and that is something that the Congress really mismanaged. In Telangana, if you were to look at the local body elections, Congress has done so much better than the TRS, obviously because it has this cadre presence, there is goodwill for the party in that region, but being unable to capitalize on that goodwill is perhaps what is reflecting in those exit polls where they are coming nowhere near the TRS, which in fact during the last elections got hardly 2 Lok Sabha seats and 10 assembly seats, and now they are looking to form the government on their own in this Telangana region. Of course, the other side again, we are seeing in the Seemandhra region, in the local elections, both TDP and the YSR Congress neck and neck running all through, whether it was the Panchayat or the urban municipalities. Of course, the TDP doing much better in the urban segments and the rural segments, both of them running neck to neck. But the reason why this is happening at one level is, of course, TDP, BJP seen as urban parties. At the time that the municipal elections and Panchayat elections happened, there was no tie-up with the BJP. Even otherwise, BJP doesn't really have a presence in the state of Andhra Pradesh. But we were looking at very unusual circumstances in Andhra Pradesh. They are looking at a future that looked rather dark to them after the bifurcation.
I just wanted to clarify.
Parliament, and that's the reason why.
So Uma, I just want to clarify, in the rural areas in Andhra Pradesh, in the Mandals and the Zilla Parishad, it's like 4,000 seats to the TDP and about 3,000 roughly to the YSRC, right? It's neck and neck, but TDP is slightly ahead. And in the urban areas, the TDP is even further ahead. Is that roughly it?
That's very accurate. In fact, in the rural areas, the YSRC could have been expected to perform much better, but the fact of the matter is the YSR's vote bank does lie in the rural segment, but they do not have a cadre presence. Remember, this party did not exist in the previous elections, and it's a new party. It doesn't have the cadre presence across the districts, across the villages and towns where these elections took place. But the TDP has always had a huge cadre presence in all these areas, and the YSRC also trying to explain to us post these results that because they did not pay enough attention to the municipal elections, Panchayat elections, they wanted to focus their energies on the assembly elections, and that's why they say they did so. They were a poor second, in fact, in the urban segments, and only slightly behind in the rural segment.
One more thing, moving on to Telangana, there the rural areas, the TRS, KCR's TRS party, is about neck and neck with the Congress, but again the Congress in urban areas, in the municipal corporations, is ahead of the TRS. So the Congress is doing better in the local elections in the Telangana region, is that right? Than in these exit polls for the national election.
There is a huge difference that we are seeing, in fact, in what the results of the local body elections have shown up in the Telangana region as compared to what the exit polls are showing for the TRS and the Congress in the Telangana region. There are very important reasons for that. TRS was a party that it really did not have its presence across the districts of Telangana. In fact, it had its presence in hardly about 50 assembly segments of the Telangana region. But the fact is, in the assembly and parliament elections, they are expected to do much better, as they showed much more leadership. The Congress was unable to capitalize on the goodwill that Sonia Gandhi enjoyed in the region. They did not have enough leaders who were able to galvanize people into believing that that's the party that should come to power.
Right.
Of course, they were also, locally the candidates were also facing 2 terms of anti-incumbency.
Okay, thanks very much, Uma. Thanks very much indeed.